All right, here we go. Acquisition is easy, part two. This is part two video. This is a three-part series. In part one, I talked about contractors, right? Again, my new investors, my aspiring investors. Maybe y'all had done a couple deals. You're like, oh my God, it's so hard to find good deals. It's so hard to come up with the money. And I got to do all these programs and NACA. And you're doing all this different stuff because you don't know how to get your deals funded. You don't know how to keep consistent deal flow. And I just want to tell you, guess what? Acquisition is the easiest part. And I don't say that to discourage you. I just want to let you know that there is hope, that you're going to get to a point in time where you've developed a skill set, where you run the reps, and you can go out and acquire properties like it's nobody's business. Okay. And I can tell you that emphatically because I've done it over 17 years. I raised millions of dollars, closed hundreds of deals, and my students all around the world do the same. So in part two of this video, part one, we talked about contractors. I'm telling you right now, if you have not watched that video, go back and watch it. But in part two, we're going to talk about property management companies, okay, for those of you that want to buy cash flow. So when we look at the three areas that have cost us the most as investors after acquisition, contractors, number one, that's Achilles heel. I don't care if you're cash flowing, if you're flipping. If you don't have good contractors, you cannot win. That's why we covered that one first. But right behind that, if you want to be successful at rental properties, you need a good property management company. Okay. Now, there's a few things that you got to start figuring out about this particular property management company to make sure that you're protecting yourself against all of the ways in which you can lose money or not earn enough by way of who managing your properties. Okay. So the first one, and you guessed it, is fees. Like, what are their fees? A long time ago, we had a student who came into the program that got their first rental property, and their property management company was literally sending them no money every month. Like, they were collecting rent and sending them no money every month. And every month, they figured out some new expense or project, pulling trees out of the, it was crazy stuff just to justify them having expenses, right? Now, I know y'all wondering, like, B, but why would they ever do that? Well, here's the thing you got to understand. Part of this fees that I'm referring to is maintenance, and I just put other expenses. It's escaping me right now. If somebody know it in the comment, let me know. Maintenance and other expenses. What do I mean by that? So you have your traditional maintenance, which is, tenant card, got a plug toilet, got a faulty faucet, the heat's not working, those things, okay? But then there's other stuff that they also can do, like changing out appliances. They can do cabinetry work. I mean, they can, depending on the type of property management company, it could get pretty robust in the type of repairs that they may need to do, right? Drywall repairs, painting, all different type of stuff that go outside of what the normal maintenance would be. Well, why is that important? It's important because of this reason. Property management companies, while they do make their money off of the monthly fee or management fee, the bulk of their money really comes from this right here, though. Listen, I hope you guys are enjoying the video. I'd just be remiss if I didn't let you know, yes, we do have another one of our 5-day challenges coming up, the iFlip Challenge, where I am teaching you how to go out and build a 6- and 7-figure business in 12 months using other people's money. If you are trying to go out and build a real estate business and achieve the time freedom and financial freedom that you've been seeking all your life, then click the link in the description, join the next challenge. I look forward to meeting you guys there. Now back to the video. There could be potential upcharge for the cost of goods. So let's just say, they got to replace a $90 toilet. they could charge you $150 for that toilet. They could charge you $200 for that toilet. They could charge you $300 for that toilet. And so one of the first things that you need to do when you go into these property management companies is ask questions. You want to ask questions about what are their fees, right? So number one, what's your management fee? Typically, somewhere between 8 to 10% is going to be good, okay? The more that you get into multifamily, right, your door count expands, that number gets smaller because they're doing more volume. But single family, 10% is like the industry standard, okay, for a single family property. But then you want to find out right after that, what's your maintenance cost structure? How much is your markup? Now, some companies are going to be taking it back that you even asking that kind of question. Other ones, they'll respect that you asked them that, and they should be forthright and forthcoming in telling you that. If they charging you an extra 10% on doing repairs at the property, I think that's fair, right? But if they start marking stuff up excessively 20-30%, well, you could collect all the rent you want to collect, but on the back end, if every month they having these expenses and these expenditures against your income, you're not going to collect any money as a landlord, okay? And so this is another critical piece. They need to call for expenses over X amount. They need to call for expenses over X amount. Like, you need to establish what that is. For some of you, maybe $200 per door, right? Depending on what the management situation is, that anything over this $200 that you allot for them to spend, y'all need to have a conversation about it, right? To make sure that they're not just out there doing $1,000 repairs on your property that you didn't approve. People lose money every day from this stuff, y'all. Okay? Matter of fact, if this is helping you, like, subscribe, and please make sure you share this with some people. I'm trying to save y'all a ton of money here, okay? Now, so your fees, right? They need to call for expenses. You also want to make sure that they maintain transparency. Okay? Maintain transparency. You want to be able to get in there at any point in time throughout the month and see what's going on with your property. The maintenance, the calls from the tenants, the rent situation. Are they collecting? Are they not? Are they behind? All the rest of it. Which brings me to another critical piece. Managing delinquents. Like, managing delinquents. What's the process? Your tenant doesn't pay. Like, what happens? Because, and here's why that's so important. Because one will say, well, obviously we got to evict them. Yeah, but that's not a straight line either, right? So in different markets, it's going to require different triggers. Could be a 7-day notice, could be a 10-day notice, right? Could be a 30-day notice. These are all notices provided to the tenant that starts the process in the eviction process, right? In my market, when the rent moratorium was lifted in Detroit, a year ago, it took us 6 to 8 months to evict the tenant because they were given concessions to the tenants. The courts were where they were leaving them in. They would postpone the first court hearing by default. So they will automatically have like 120 days before they even see the judge. And then another 60 days to get them out. So it was a nightmare. We had to adjust. We adjust our buy box due to that. But what I'm telling you is that you need to understand what's their process, because if you're already not getting paid and the property management company doesn't have a succinct process in place to move and push the eviction along, then you losing money out of both ends, right? If you got a tenant not paying and you paying all these expenses and probably a mortgage, then you need to know what's happening expeditiously. The best way to know all of this is to get educated, y'all. Like, I teach this on such a micro level inside our program, right? Because you can't go out here making hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of investment and you don't even know the basic fundamentals and the intricate fundamentals of how you need to protect your investment. protecting you and your investor. It just don't make logical sense that we would gamble and risk spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on an investment when we don't even know this stuff. Like we got to do better than that, y'all. Listen, I hope you guys are enjoying this video. I just want to tell you really briefly, if you are an aspiring investor or you are an active investor and you want to scale your business through remote investing, you have to go get a copy of my ebook, The Top 5 Things That You Need to Know About Investing in Real Estate Remotely. There's no fluff. It is practical application on how you can go out and build a solid remote investing business with all the fundamentals that you need. There's the link in the description below. Go out, get you a copy of that book, and also make a comment. Let me know how it's helped you. All right, now back to the video, y'all. And if you somebody that's out there and you don't understand all of these fundamentals, I got just the place for you to come. Okay, we have a 5-day challenge once a month. The next one is upcoming by the time you watch this video. Okay. On day 1, I'm going to teach you guys the difference between traditional and remote investing to show you how to scale your business through remote investing. Okay. On day 2, I'm going to teach you guys a 7-figure formula, literally in 4 or 5 steps, how to go and build a 7-figure real estate business in 12 months and doing it the right way. Okay. I know you're like, but I don't have money to do that. That's what day 3 is for. I'm going to show you the psychology of becoming an OPM magnet and how to go out and attract more capital and raise more capital than you ever know what to do with. Okay, it'll blow your mind when you figure out how simple it is to go out and raise capital when you know how to have the right conversations with people. This is how 90% of our students do their deals with no money out of pocket. On day 4, I'm going to teach you the time freedom cash flow formula. Everybody has a magic number. We're going to figure out yours and show you how to use real estate to literally free yourself from work, your business, or whatever other environment that you want to retire from. Okay. And on day 5, we're going to build a customized investment plan just for you because your goals are unique to you. Everybody in different seasons of life. And so we teach you fix and flip, wholesale, and cash flow and how to use other people's money to do so that specifically it suits your needs based on what you're trying to accomplish at this point in time in your life. Click the link in the description, okay? Go sign up for the challenge. If you want to build a 6- and 7-figure business over the span of 12 months using other people's money and doing it the right way with real fundamentals, y'all. This stuff is so critical. Otherwise, you gambling. Like, why gamble? Okay, we want to make educated risks. www.iflipchallenge.com or click the link in the description and you can bring your spouse, you can bring your partner. And listen, for those that go out and buy the VIP ticket, it's $297. You get a 10 times better than money back guarantee. You get to get coached by me live each day. In addition to what I told you, I'll teach you each day. You get coached by me for an hour each day, which is normally $10,000 an hour. Okay. So you get the VIP ticket to the event. You get to bring a partner or your spouse. And on Friday of the challenge, if you feel like you didn't get $2,970 worth of value, I would give you your money back. It's a 10 times better than money back guarantee. You don't hear that nowhere. Either I'm extremely good at what I do, I'm a foolish businessman. I'll let you choose which one it is, but I de-risked it all. Okay, come learn this stuff the right way. I'm just passionate about making sure you guys are getting the stuff to go out here and be successful. This business has forever changed my life and my lineage as well now, right? And I want other people to be in that position. So like, comment, share this video if it helped you. I will see you in part 3.